Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of It's Dyer Thing. Rob and John here.
Nice.
Woohoo! Anyways, yeah, no bikes. We're in a car, no gear. What's going on? Well, let's talk about deep discussions of decatting.
Decatting.
Decatting
Yes.
discussions.
Yes. What you lose on low end, you get on high end.
So put your children away so they don't have to get into the deep thought of decatting discussions with two daddies.
I guess it depends on the bike.
Decatting versus recatting versus catting. Wow. Okay. For you guys who have been kind of tagging along the past couple of days, you've probably seen some videos in regards to the MT10 and my bright idea because of him.
We're on my bike. I don't know.
Let's kind of, okay, let's backtrack here. All right. Last year, John, oh no, was it last year or this year?
March.
It was in March, okay.
Yeah.
John got himself the GSXS1000F. Oh my God, I said it the first time.
You did.
Got himself that awesome bike, and it came with a stock exhaust. And I don't know what brought you to the point of saying, I'm going to not get an exhaust system, but get a decat. So,
Yeah, just a little bit of my research.
a little bit of his research.
And I realized that the stock muffler actually doesn't really do much. So there was no point in me spending $600-700 on a Yoshi pipe or whatever else.
Like a slip-on, you mean?
Yeah,
or,
yeah, like a
okay.
slip-on.
Okay.
And then I realized that all of the power was being robbed from the catalytic converter, or that and the bread box, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or one and the same. So then I did a little bit more research, and I realized that if you remove that, you get a lot more power, and you only spend like $150 on the mid pipe.
So,
Yeah.
his great research and all that came to my bright idea of, okay, wait, again, let's recap a bit. As I got the MT10, all stock configuration, and after he'd done his decatting, I had the opportunity to both try the bike, even when I had the MT09, right? So
Right.
we were out taking a spin. So I took a spin on it with a stock exhaust, and I was just like, wow, this is a fantastic bike. And then after you did the decatting, I took it out for a rip, and the sound quality was just sweet. It wasn't overkill. It was just really, really nice.
Yeah.
And the power, like, oh my gosh, it was like fantastic. Like it, like you said, it felt like it came alive, right? I mean, it
just
was
opened it right up.
so. As of the end of the year this year, I ended up picking up the MT10. So now we're playing both leader bikes here, both 1000cc bikes, GSXS and the MT10, and he just smoked me every time. He just literally, whether if it was a 6 at 100 and a roll-on run,
Yeah,
or
120
take
or
off from the beginning, you're always pulling ahead. So it's just like, man, okay, so this decatting thing must have provided a lot more power. It allows the engine to breathe. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. Now, pros and cons about your kit is, yes, it gave you great sound. Yes, it was inexpensive modification with a performance enhancement.
Yeah.
But you had to cut.
Yeah.
So he physically had to cut his pipes with the hacksaws and stuff like that. So whereas the MT10, it's all clamp on. So because it's a modular exhaust system, same as the R1s. So I ended up ordering up a decat, did a lot of research from different companies and stuff like that, and I didn't want to go with just a basic branded one. I wanted something that had some history behind it. So I ended up going with one from the UK, and I put that on, and as you saw the video, the power was just like, not power, but the sound was, oh my God, but the power was like, oh my God.
I don't know. I like the sound.
Everybody likes the sound, but nobody was actually, no, even Sage, don't get me wrong, Sage was like flipping out on the sound. He absolutely loved it, but man, it's more than the sound. Like, I bought that bike, you know, because of the power feel, because of the nice harmonic, you know, cross plane sound. It just, doing the decat, it kind of got rid of it all, unfortunately. So it's definitely not something that I wanted for street riding that we do here. And I think even by then, if we would have done another side-by-side, you would have smoked me. Like, not just smoked me, but smoked me.
Really?
Like,
You didn't feel a power difference?
So much power. It was just like, it felt like I was back on my MT-09.
Oh, really?
It was just like,
wow.
I throttle it up and I'm just like, oh God, this is just a regular bike. Like, guys, the MT-10 pulls, normally really pulls, and you feel it right down at the bottom, right? That torque.
That torque, yeah.
It was gone. It was just like,
wow.
oh. So literally within a few minutes after giggling and laughing because of the sound, I said, no, it's definitely not something that I want to do. Maybe if you're tracking it because you're always up at the high RPMs, you might gain something, whatever. But you're just busting your ears. And sorry, John, hopefully I'm not a distract.
No, it's okay.
So it's definitely, it's just, for me, I would have to say, no, thank you very much. I enjoyed that. It was fun while it lasted, but it's done. So I'm gone to recatting it. Okay. So took me 45 minutes to decat.
But have you tried the Black Widow decat pipe with your servo motors?
You can't.
Valve
That's the problem.
Oh, you can't.
So how the MT-10 works is you got it's a 4-cylinder. Yeah. So you got two pipes coming into one on one side of the oil pan, and then on the other side, the same thing, you got two pipes coming into one. So then those two pipes down at the bottom connect into two pipes, which is the bread box. Those two pipes into that bread box comes into one big pipe, which is the eggs up,
right?
And then it's cut off after that, which is where then the silencer connects onto.
Okay.
So it's one whole unit. So you can't, unless there's some other brands out there that you would have to physically, like what you did is cut
right
before the eggs up, right, and then weld it or clamp it and do stuff like that.
Okay.
Which is, I didn't want to do that just due to the fact that I wanted it to be interchangeable, right? I don't want to lose the factor of that. So does the eggs up stand a lot for the back pressure? Absolutely. But I think also the catalytic converter too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I did notice when I was riding around is it smelled like my stinky Dewar. So there was nothing that was burning up the excess fuel, I guess you would want to call it, right? Exactly. So it was just kind of coming right through. Now Sage was like, "Oh my God, this thing is spitting flames!" Like, because he says I can feel it, I can hear it, and it's not just a pop, pop, pop.
Right.
It's literally, he says, so we should have possibly, went out riding one night with the camera facing down on it to see some flames, but really, that's all we do is we all see is flames. Who cares about flames anymore? It's about the performance and the quality sound, which that said, I got to go back to stock. So,
I don't know. Everything that you're telling me seems like a bonus. I don't know. The flames, the loudness, I don't know. That's all sounding good to me. I don't know.
It's loud, dude, man. You can't justify the sound on how loud it is. Like, cameras and mics may pick up some, but dude, it was like, so it was at work today. I had it parked outside of work, and a buddy of mine came over and he says, "Oh, okay." I said, "Did you not hear me come in?" I said, "You must have heard me." And he's like, "Oh, no, I wasn't kind of paying attention." I said, "Let's go check it out." So we go back out at lunchtime, right? And it's parked right beside work. Yeah. And so I started up and stuff like that, and I give it a couple of little pops, like nothing hard, nothing major. And I'm going in the stairs I was getting, it was just like I shook the building. So it was just like, they come up to me and saying, "No wonder why you got a hearing issue." And I'm like, what? So it was, I don't know. Everybody was saying, "Yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good." And Sage is like, yeah, hold on and keep running it. I'm like, no way, man. It's just, it was too much. Now, I still want a bit more sound because, like, I like what yours did, right?
Sure.
I like that little bit of sound. Not that the stock muffler doesn't have sound. I just want a little bit more without compromising on the harmonic cross-plane sound. Like, it's such a unique, beautiful sound, and you don't want to drown that out, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So Yoshimura Pipe makes something, and I've heard it and I've tried it. Remember, that was on the one that we were going to pick up, and it had absolutely zero difference. There was another the bike that I have now was equipped with Acropovic, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Potato, whatever.
I just call it Acro, man.
Acro is an Acro, man. And that's nice sound, but man, it comes with a hefty price tag, right?
Yeah.
And I just don't want to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yours, are you able to swap out your mufflers, or
Oh yeah, I can put on a slip-on. Yeah.
slip-ons
Yeah.
without?
No, without.
It was
any
still
issue.
the same clamp system, right?
Yeah.
That went
yeah.
over the decatting that you did.
Exactly.
So compromising nothing for hardware and that, right? So
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Yeah, the only downside to my install was that I literally had to cut the pipe, right?
Physically.
So, yeah, and you know what? I'll send you over a picture of me with the bike on its side.
Oh,
on the
please do.
floor.
Yeah, we'll add that. We'll definitely
Yeah.
add that.
And it's laying down on my rug, on its side, so I can get access to it. And then in the end, even then I couldn't do it. So
Couldn't
then
do it.
I actually had to kind of move the radiator out of the way so I can have access to the header bolts, and then actually remove the headers and everything
Oh,
else.
all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
No, that's us.
So there you go. There you have it. Decat, recat, exhaust, not exhaust, muffler, not muffler. I'd like to know what you guys think. You know, if you have any suggestions. Like I said, Yoshimura I didn't like. Acropovic, I don't like the price. There was the third option that I had seen, and I heard a couple of video clips, which may be good, and maybe some of you guys actually run this or know people who have this exact exhaust. Give us your feedback. It's called the Arrow. So it's a black Arrow. So it's a black aluminum pipe with a carbon tip on it.
Yeah. I know
It
that
looks
one, yeah.
almost like identical to the stock exhaust, and it has a baffle that you can take in and out. The fit and finish on it looks like super nice, and it's a clamp on.
Right.
And it has some carbon finish to the front of it, which, you know, hides that pipe. So that's what I don't like about some pipes, especially on the MT right after the eg's up. It's like a big gapped out space there, and I don't like seeing pipe. I like to see, you know, where you got the covers, the protective coating and stuff like that, right? I mean, if you're gonna do a clean job, do a clean job.
Yeah. Actually, a good alternative for the Acro or the Yoshi pipes, which are so expensive, is the one that I had for my KLX 250, which was the Delcovic exhaust. I think they're about half the price.
Oh, okay. I'd have to
Yeah.
take a look into that as well.
Yeah. So, and again, it's more or less a straight pipe, right? I mean, there's some perforations around the edges, but that's about it.
So I was looking for, if I could, I'd get a stock exhaust off of an R1 or an MT10 or an FZ10,
Right.
and actually cut it and shape it and make it shorty, like a shorty stock pipe. That would be cool, because then the fit and finish would be nice. Just shorter, which then will give it a little bit of sound. But then it comes back to being, you know, how much time and effort and money you're going to spend. Whereas that Arrow kit, it looked like it was around $600, which may be of more interest. So I'm trying to get some more feedback from any of you guys, or at least some videos and stuff like that. Let us know. Give us your thoughts. Put some deep thought into it.
Yeah, comment down below.
Comment down below.
There you go.
You all know when you comment, I've always responded. So I'm pretty good on that. John, Rob, signing out. It's getting dark. You're not going to see much anymore. Off to Wings, beer, and pool. Right?
That's right.
Woo-hoo!
Billiards, pool.
Pool, billiards, whatever. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you very much for your subscriptions if you have. And be good, take care, be safe, enjoy, have fun. Thumbs up, be safe, and don't forget, keep it covered.
There you go.
Was that yours or mine?
I think that was yours.
I was going to say, why is mine doing that? That was like Siri. Did Siri... Did I say something that Siri thought I said?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Probably thought that you were calling her.
Siri, oh, I want to cover.